At the beginning of the 20th century, Antarctica remained the last great challenge of humanity. The South Pole had already been conquered by Roald Amundsen, but Ernest Shackleton wanted more, to cross the entire continent. This was meant to be the most ambitious expedition of its time. In 1914, everything was ready. The expedition was divided into two parts. The main team on the ship Endurance was to land in the Weddell Sea, another team on the vessel Aurora to prepare supplies on the other side of the continent. The plan was clear, but reality was not. By January 1915, the ship had reached Antarctica, and within a few days, it was trapped in ice. The drift began, months of waiting without control. The ice pressed harder and harder against the ship. In October 1915, the inevitable happened. The ship was crushed and sank. 28 men were left on the ice. No communication, no chance of quick rescue. They set up a camp directly on the ice, Camp Dump. Their life became simple and brutal. Hunting seals, constant cold, limited food, psychological exhaustion. And most importantly, they were extremely far from any help. Shackleton gathered the team and said directly, the only chance to reach open water and sail 1,300 kilometers to South Georgia. Each man was allowed to take only 1 kilogram of belongings. Then came one of the most powerful moments of the expedition. He threw away his gold watch, money, even the Bible given to him by the Queen. It was a signal. Survival matters more than anything else. They dragged the boats across the ice. In 5 days, only 14 kilometers. People got sick. Some of the dogs had to be shot. Conflicts began. 3 months of struggle. Food and fuel were running out. In April 1916, they finally reached the open ocean. But it was not a relief. Small, overloaded boats, constant fear of storms, orcas moving nearby in the night. After 12 days, they saw land. But it was not the right island, Elephant Island. For the first time in half a year, they stood on solid ground. There was plenty of food, birds, elephant seals, and the chance to build shelter from their boats. But there was one problem. No one knew they were there. Shackleton made a decision. He would split the team. He chose the strongest and the most difficult men to prevent conflict among those who would stay, and set off into the open ocean. The goal? South Georgia, over 1,100 kilometers away. 17 days in hell. Storm after storm, cold, exhaustion, but they reached the island. And then, a new problem. They had landed on the wrong side. The island was mountainous, covered in ice. No maps, no experience of this route. Shackleton, with 2 men, crossed it on foot. On May 20th, 1916, they heard the sound of a whaling station. For the first time in over a year, other people. But the story was not over. To return for the team on Elephant Island, it took 14 weeks. Ice, fog storms, again and again, rescue attempts failed. On August 30th, 1916, Shackleton returned and saw on the shore all 22 men alive. Why this story is unique. 28 men ended up in complete isolation. Their ship destroyed more than a year of survival. And the result? Not a single death.